Good morning, Web Spiders. We've made it to another day of our new year, 2016. It is Wednesday. It is January 6th. We're glad you're in the web. And it wasn't as cold this morning. It was chilly, but I thought it was kind of refreshing outside instead of just burr, burr, burr. Here's our spider. If you'll notice in the front hallway, I put the spider that I colored, I just colored it in black, up on the bulletin board that says, name that spider. And coming sometime this week, I promise, will be a page just like this and some written lines. You can color the spider any way that you want, and then on the lines, you can decide what you want our web spider's name to be, and you have to tell us why. So you can't just say, I want his name to be Henry. You have to say, his name should be Henry because, and you know, second, third, and fourth grade, I would expect at least a paragraph telling me why you want that to be the name. Kindergarten, first and second, a sentence explaining why you would like that to be the spider's name would be just fine. Okay, kindergarten and first, second, third, fourth, paragraphs. Paragraphs, you can do it. Boy, I did a lot of boogaboos yesterday on the birthdays, so I apologize for that. I asked these kiddos that are helping me today if I should do it right today. You guys think I should do it right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to backtrack just a little bit and go back to December. I promise this is the real December birthday list, okay? All right. So the last day that we were in school was the 18th, and we didn't have any birthdays in the web on the 19th, so I'm going to start with the 20th. Are you ready for that? Mm-hmm. And if I call your name and you didn't come and see me yesterday, come and see me today for a birthday backpack charm. So happy birthday goes out to Max Goforth, who had a birthday on December 20th. He's in Mrs. Schott's class. Nick Smock in Mrs. Taylor's class also had a birthday on the 20th. Lillian McTarsney on the 22nd in Mrs. Taylor's class. Emma McQuilling on the 24th, Mrs. Bridges' class. Jesus Quesada on December 25th from Mrs. Kenzie's class. Josie Reeves from Mrs. Taylor's class on December 26th. Max Spongberg on December 27th from Mrs. Rector's class. Emma Brown on December 28th from Mrs. Taylor's class. Jason Connor from Miss Cook's class on December 30th. And Nathaniel Thames, Nat, from Mrs. Schott's class on December 31st. So those were our real December birthdays. Happy, happy birthday to you. Come to the office to celebrate with me. I'll get you a birthday backpack charm. Now, for the January birthdays, right? January birthdays on January 1st, Madison Hiles from Mrs. Pate's class. Happy birthday to you. Aiden, I said 6? Yeah. Aiden Taylor, today's your birthday. You're in Miss Cook's class. I already saw you this morning, and I saw some yummy cupcakes that his class was going to get to eat later. So happy birthday to you, Mr. Aiden. Come and see me. We'll celebrate with a birthday backpack charm. Glad you're in the web. Glad we finally got that right. Now, I'm going to review my staff birthday list. Yesterday was Mrs. Taylor's birthday. Mrs. Taylor right here in the web was her birthday yesterday. And I know I already celebrated the December staff birthday. So if you didn't know that yesterday was Mrs. Taylor's birthday, give her a big birthday shout out today. Tell her happy, happy, happy birthday. I'm going to show you a piece of paper. I'm going to show you guys first. Can you read that? Don't read it out loud. Just read it to yourself. Okay, and then I'm going to show you and give you guys a minute to look at this. See if maybe you can sound that out and then blend it. This word is really a challenging word. And there's a hyphen in the middle. Hyphen in the middle. This is our new character trait for the month of January. And can one of you read that for us? Can you read it for me?
Self-discipline.
Discipline. Self-discipline. Okay, so now that we've read it, self-discipline, does anybody know what it means to have self-discipline?
Like, kind of like self-control.
Oh, perfect. I could not have said it better myself. It means to have self-control. And I'll tell you that this is something that even Mrs. Moran as an adult has to practice sometimes. Because, you know, I might be in a meeting and sitting by a friend, and she and I want to talk about something that happened that day and kind of catch up because we're friends and we like to chat with each other, but we are supposed to pay attention in the meeting. So even adults have to practice self-control or self-discipline and decide in their head to do the right thing and then have their actions follow it. So you may want to blurt out in class, but you have to stop yourself and raise your hand and wait your turn, right? It is tough, but the whole month of January, we are really going to practice that self-discipline. I'm going to look for it in the hallways. How could you practice self-control or self-discipline in the hallway? What do you think?
Walking.
guess what's going to happen if you're a messenger this morning and I catch you walking in the hallway?
You'll be rewarded.
Yeah, maybe a backpack charm for doing it right. That'd be awesome, right? If you fly into the office and you're going, I know you didn't walk, because you don't get all huffy if you're walking in the hallway. You only get out of breath when you ran. So you think I'd give you a backpack charm for that?
No.
No. But if I catch you doing it right, practicing self-control, using self-discipline, backpack charm for you. I've got some guests in the studio. We're going to start right here. Tell us who you are and what classroom you're from.
Hi, I'm Milo Ryder. I'm from Miss Pesnell's class. I'm Morgan Heather from Miss Pesnell's class. I'm Nathan Heyman from Mrs. Miller's class. I'm Michaela from Miss Pesnell's class. I'm Jasmine from Miss Miller's class.
Yep. All of these kiddos are in Mrs. Presnell's class and right now Mrs. Miller's class because she is our long-term guest teacher while Mrs. Presnell's home with her baby, right? Okay. At this time, if you guys will stand and push your chairs in, we are going to have a moment of silence. Have a moment of silence. And Miss Michaela, I'm going to have you hold our flag. This is kind of backwards, guys, so we still put our hand this way, but when you look in the camera, it's going to look like you're backwards. Still put it that way. Yep, just like we do. You ready? I...
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, you guys rocked that pledge. Awesome, awesome job. Any other announcements we need to put out there today? I don't think we have any other special announcements. I don't think so. I guess we can end with our web create. Oh, I do have one thing. You may see 4 big people. Not like old like Mrs. Moran, a lot younger than me, but still big people in our building over the whole month of January. We are fortunate enough to have 4 Franklin College students here at Webb Elementary for the whole month of January. So Miss Cook's room, Mrs. Honeycutt's room, Mrs. Walter's room, and Mrs. David's room will all have a Franklin College student in there helping them the whole month of January. So if you see an adult in the hallway that you don't recognize, stop and introduce yourself to them and welcome them to the Webb. Okay, can you do that?
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. We're going to end with our creed.
I'm a member of the Webb family. I take by myself and others. I will respect and teach others.
I will insist on getting my personal best.
I will discuss systematically.
I will respect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. I love how you guys use the intonation in your voice and put that emphasis on everybody, because everybody at Webb is special. You guys have any advice for all the kiddos at Webb today? All of our Webb Spiders, what should they do?
Make sure you're doing it right.
Okay, let's say it on 3 really loud. 1, 2, 3.
Make sure you're doing it right.
Awesome. Have a great day, guys.